Hi, and you're welcome to another amazing episode of The Drill with Jumoke Pinero. And of course, I'm yours truly, Jumoke Pinero. So, on this episode, we're talking about something that's always been on my mind for like ever. I see people doing a lot of things that I'm like, what is going on here? So, this episode, what we're talking about is being yourself. I like to call it Just Do You. People are constantly living trying to impress others. I honestly do not get this about people. You are going to do something and you're thinking about what the other person is going to say and how the other person is going to feel or the impression you're going to leave with the other person. You need to understand that you're not living for another person. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do things right or shouldn't do things that would impress people, but you need to understand that you have to do something and make sure that you're making yourself happy and not thinking of what the other person will think. I know that people will do stuff and be like, what do you think this person is going to think about me? What do you think that person is going to think? You are basically very unhappy, as I would think. You are very unhappy. You are disturbed. So when you're doing anything, just be yourself. You don't have to think about anyone. Just do you and be free. Like, just be yourself, to be honest. And then another thing is that people are always trying to be in competition with other people. This is honestly something I do not understand. I'm trying to do something, and another person is trying to do the same thing. I feel like, okay, first of all, if you've met someone doing something already, I feel like it's cool for you to speak to the person about it and just learn from the person and try to work on yourself. Because you and someone else are doing the same thing doesn't exactly mean you guys come out with the exact same results. You can be doing the same thing, but there are different ways to get to this particular thing. There's a Yoruba proverb. I can't say it's in Yoruba because my Yoruba is not so badass. But in English, it is there are different entrances to a marketplace, meaning that there are different ways to which you can arrive at something. So you don't have to think about what another person is doing, regardless of if you guys are doing the same thing. So don't try to be in competition with anyone. Just be yourself. Let yourself be your competition. Try to be yourself and not another person. Then another thing is people pay so much attention to what other people say. I'm not saying you should ignore fully or totally what people say, because some of these things are actually constructive criticism, but you need to. A lot of people will say things like, even if you are the best person, like 100, like you have so many people that love you and adore your character and all that, people will still come at you and say things that you would never expect. I know someone who has like the best attitude in this world. I'm like, this person is too mad ass, like you should have like the best friends, like everyone should want to be your friend. But at the same time, I hear people say some stuff I don't understand about this person, and then I just come to the realization that you really cannot impress everyone. That's what people need to understand. You cannot be listening to what people say. You will be frustrated. Jesus came to save us, but people still say things about him. You see, you need to think about all these things. Another thing is you need to focus on yourself. You need to know that because someone is at this time of your life, your mate, you're someone that's in your level or something of sorts, because this person has got to this particular level in life, doesn't necessarily mean that you should be at that level with the person. You need to know that God's time is best. Yeah, I don't mean to sound all religious, but you need to actually always put God first in everything you do. You need to understand that my friend has an iPhone 6 and I'm using a Nokia phone. Does not matter. Does not even make sense. It doesn't. What has the iPhone 6 have to offer? You need to understand that my friend has so much money right now and I don't have money. My friend is not living off his or her parents right now and I'm living off my parents. It doesn't matter. What you have to do is work towards achieving all these things and make sure that when you are trying to achieve these things, you go through these things the right way. I mean, positive ways. And you need to understand that God is with you. God has mapped out a plan for you. Don't try to be like anyone else, because it's really annoying. Because people end up, because they're trying to be good, they're trying to have money, they're trying to be part of the big girls and boys, they end up going around doing the wrong things, and the money that they try to get, or the fame that they try to get, or whatever it is they're trying to achieve, they don't achieve. Or when they achieve, it doesn't last forever. It's short-lived. But when you just calm down, let everything take its course, everything will be perfect. One thing I always say to people, one thing I always say that can never be overemphasized is that you cannot impress everyone. You need to know that people can never be impressed, no matter how good you are. So instead of trying to impress everyone, make sure that you make yourself happy in what you're doing, and make sure that in whatever you do, you're trying to impress God. So before I leave you today, I'll be leaving you with a quote from Swami Sivananda. It says that put your heart, your mind, and your soul into even your smallest act. This is the secret to success. What are we saying here? Instead of focusing all your energy to in concentrating on what other people say or trying to be good for other people, focus on what you actually want to do. Even no matter how small it is, when you put everything into the smallest of things, it will grow and become the biggest, even bigger than these people that you're trying to be like. I hope you guys have learned from this. Like, I'm sure you guys saw that I was very like I was. I don't want to say emotional, but I think it annoys me, so I was a bit upset. So I hope that you guys have learned that you just need to learn to be yourself. Don't try to be like anyone. Don't try to be in a competition with anyone. Don't try to impress anyone. Just do you.